super excited that you are here today. I was thinking this weekend on how I was going to add value to your life this week. Last night at 11 o'clock at night, I was working and looking for solutions for people in my community, which I'm going to go into in a little bit later, and what I found. It is absolutely game changing. So I am super all over the place today. I'm feeling fabulous and fierce and wearing purple. And shout out to Bombshell Attire. They were the ones that dressed me today. I'm in love. But anywho, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm super excited about what I'm going to share with you today because I love things. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love to come into an industry and I love disrupting it. I do. I am like the bull in the china shop that just waltzes in and just changes everything, right? Not my intent in any industry that I've ever been in to do that, but it's just kind of what happens, right? So let me know where you're tuning in from. I am going to close this. I'm going to get my notes out. I had to get some notes because what we're going to talk about super important, and I don't feel that we're talking about this in network marketing in any kind of industry. So whether you want to build a network marketing business, or you want to build a brick and mortar business, or you just want to become an influencer, this training is going to be for you. And we're going to hit a few things that are not commonly taught out there, and it's super cool. If you get offended, then I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. But my philosophy is that if I offend you with the truth, right, and I just get you to think about things from a different perspective, or I make you think about things from a different light, and it allows you to go into the next level, then me offending you was worth it, right? Absolutely. So here are some tips for those of you that want to build a brand online. And the most difficult thing to do is to create a solid following from a personal profile. I know how to do it from a business profile. I've never wanted to do it from a business profile. I actually just opened my page again because I had it locked. I've never used my business page before because my philosophy was, if I'm going to be teaching my people when I was in network marketing, it's going to be 5 months, the 7th, that I retired from network marketing to launch my own company. If I'm going to be teaching people how to grow organically, right, then I can't be paying for ads and be like, oh, this is how I built. Like, where there are so many coaches out there that are like, oh, this is how it's done. And I'm like, bro, you didn't build like that. Like, hold up a second. We're teaching things like how to build 7 figures through your social media accounts. You've never built 7 figures through your social media accounts. So why are you teaching that? So just because you have made money in the network marketing profession, or any other profession for that matter, doesn't make you qualified to teach on everything. Okay, so that is number one right there. That really irks me because I am watching people talk about things they don't understand. Like when someone says, oh, don't build a brand if you're in network marketing, just don't build a brand. I'm sorry, when was the last time you actually, like, millions of views in viral videos and in viral posts? When was the last time you did that? To be telling people not to brand themselves. You didn't. So you heard something from someone that someone said, and now you're teaching it like it's fact. And that leads me to the first point. It is so difficult to grow an audience and grow your brand through a personal profile, because through a business page, you can pay for ads, and it is so simple. So simple, which I'm going to teach in my community, how to grow to 1 million followers from a page. 30 days. Strategic. Like, this is what to post. This is how to boost those posts in order to get to 1 million followers. But now when you're doing it from a personal page, you're talking about a whole different strategy, because you no longer can depend on paid advertisements to put your content in front of other people and to get you followers. This is organic growth. So the number one tip that I can give you, whether you're doing a brick and mortar business, whether you want to become an influencer on social media, or you are in network marketing, is brand yourself. I did this initially not knowing that I was branding myself, but when I joined network marketing and I didn't have a working upline, I went on and researched what were brands doing that was so legendary and why they were having so much success on social media. And what I found out is that if you brand yourself, your brand is your message to the world. And if you have a powerful enough message to the world, then people want to hear what you have to say. So I figured that out very early on. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But my first 8 months in network marketing, I built a 6-figure income without prior experience while homeschooling middle school, 2 little girls in pre-K. I had a 2-year-old and I had a 14-month-old. I was battling with severe adrenal fatigue, and I still built 8 figures in 8 months through social media, 100%. Became a top recruiter. In my network marketing career, I enrolled more than 2,700 individuals, 100% from the cold market. Never done a party, never had a one-on-one meeting, never did a 3-way call. This is the power of branding yourself. Anybody that tells you not to brand yourself is nuts. Like, they don't understand influencer marketing. They've never studied it. Like, this is what I do for a living. I love hopping on my computer and researching influencer marketing because I believe that that's the way of the future. If you look at any of the stats of businesses pulling out traditional advertising into influencer marketing and paying influencers to share their clothes, their eyelids, their eyelashes, their hair. I did recently for Christmas a giveaway with a company called Locks and Bonds, and I was their face of their holiday campaign. That is where advertising is going. Brene Brown says, vulnerability is the key to connection. When you're vulnerable, you're authentic, and you're genuine with your brand's message, people connect with you. It resonates with a certain people. Everybody's not your tribe. So being vanilla online, trying to just appeal to the masses because you're so cool and awesome, and there's so many people in network marketing that like are making some bucks, and when you go to their wall, they're adding zero value to other people. It's all about them. Zero value. People don't connect. That's why those people are never going to become top recruiters online, because people don't connect with that stuff. People connect with your story. People connect with you coming to the social media space to add value to other people, not to take away. Most people come online to take away. Most network marketers join a network marketing business and they're like, okay, how am I going to get my customers and my reps? And they go on social media with that mindset of how am I going to get instead of what am I going to give today. So Facebook put stats out that said that 0% of ads on Facebook actually created an emotional response. That's right, 0%. Now here's the problem with that if you're creating 0% of emotional response to what you're posting online, that's not going to translate into sales. That's not going to translate into people wanting to work with you. If you don't have an emotional response, you lost your audience. If you don't create an emotional response, you lost your audience. Did you make them laugh? Did you make them cry? Did you make them feel strongly about what you posted? Think about the emotional reactions that people can have when you're posting something online. Are you creating an emotional response? If you're not creating an emotional response, you're not connecting with people. You're competing not with that top leader in your company, not with the other brick and mortar business, not with the other influencer. You're competing every single day with 60 billion messages that are shared on Facebook, on Instagram. on Twitter, on Pinterest, on all social platforms. 60 billion daily. That's who your competition is. So if you don't establish a brand that is real, authentic, and genuine, and you use your story, because our story is unique, right? So for example, for me, I grew up in a third world country. I was abused. I was molested as a child. I was told that I would never amount to anything. I had severe ADD. Couldn't pay attention to save my life. There was a lot of days that I drank sugar water to keep my blood sugar up because we didn't have anything to eat. I was bullied relentlessly. I did not fit in any way, shape, or form. I grew up thinking that I was broken. And I grew up thinking that that was true about myself, that I would never amount to anything. And that I would just, work at a McDonald's for the rest of my life. And that's what my life would be. At 10 years old, I came into this country on a boat with just a backpack on and $100 with my parents. I watched my parents work so many jobs to be able to provide for me. I'm going to use that story to impact other people's lives and to inspire them, because you don't know, just because you're there today, here, doesn't mean that you forget where you came from. And this is what people forget with their brands. With your brand, when you go online and you see people, it's like all the highlight reels. Am I right? Drop me a 1 below if you've seen top money makers in whatever industry, doesn't matter, but their entire Facebook is a highlight reel and you don't know who they are. Like truly, like I don't know you. If you've ever seen that on your wall, drop me a 1 below, because I want to see how common it is, because I see it all the time. Like what is going to make me work with you if I'm in the cold market and I'm not in your warm market? If I don't know anything about you, what makes you you? What makes you tick? Where did you come from? How is your story being used? That's what a lot of people are missing when branding themselves on social media, because it's not about the glitz and the glam and like I made this and I did that and the nice car and the nice house and the money. That's all cute and dandy, but if that's all you're putting out there, how are you adding value to other people? I want you to think about this. When you have a rocking brand, an incredible, powerful brand, that's going to give you influence. When you have that influence, you're going to continue to grow your audience. You have a growing audience. When you have a growing audience, you have a growing business. Doesn't matter what it is. But we tend to think about it the other way around. We just come on social media because we want to grow our business. We don't want to grow our brand. We don't want to grow our influence. We don't want to create a brand that is based on trust. Therefore, people want to buy from you. People want to work with you. We just want to come on social media to sell whatever it is that we're selling. That's backwards. Do not go into the groups with an ulterior motive to recruit people. That's one of the biggest things for network marketers. They go into groups instead of trying to add value into all these groups so you can connect with thousands of people in all these different groups on Facebook, and they go into those groups with the ulterior motive of recruiting people instead of adding value and creating genuine friendships. Like if I get another hey girl message in my inbox, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, don't message me about like, how are your kids doing and who, how many kids. I just wanted to connect. Like, no, like that's just weird. Connect with me on my wall. Do you want me to pay attention to what's going on in your life and what you're doing and all of that? Like, post, comment on some, connect with me on my wall. Stop inboxing me. I don't know you from Adam. I've never seen you on my wall. I've never seen you commenting on anything. And this is the way that every single person that is getting those messages is feeling. even if they're not talking about it. It's okay, I'll talk about it. Like, I've never seen you on my wall, sister. But all of a sudden, you have a party that I should go to. And you have some makeup that I should buy. But instead of coming to my wall and actually putting the effort into giving, it is about giving. You want to take. Because that's what you come in social media to do. To take. And that you just expose yourself because you let the entire world know that that's what you're coming on social media for. You're coming to take. Post at least 5 times a day on Instagram and 5 times a day on Facebook. Okay? At least. Like, that is just average. You're putting a lot of great content out there. You're putting valuable content. You are leading with your brand and adding value instead of leading with the opportunity and the product. Your wall is not an infomercial. Add value consistently and educate in your industry. Okay? So, for example, if you are in the CBD oil industry, okay? I love CBD. I take it every single day. If you're in the CBD oil industry, educate on the benefits of CBD. But here's what I'm seeing happening all the time, that you're literally undoing the great work that you think you're doing. You plug your company in. Don't do that. So if you're talking about the benefits of CBD, for example, just let that be. Share that. But share it from a place that you want people to be educated. Not plug your company in every single time, or like, hey, if you want X, Y, and Z results, drop me a whatever below, and people are generally like commenting and interacting with you, and the next thing you do is drop your link. Like, don't do that. Share the shampoo you're using. You know, share the benefits of whatever ingredients are in there. Educate according to the industry that you're in. Don't plug your company or product into it, because that, you minimize right there the ability of other people taking that post and sharing it. Like, you could have had a potentially viral post, but you killed it by plugging your company in. Okay, so don't do that. There's a right way, and I'm going to end with this. There's a right way and a wrong way of being controversial online. The wrong way of being controversial online is if you're trying to be controversial for the sake of controversy. I'm a controversial figure, not because I chose to be that, but because the passions and gut feeling that I have, I share stuff that matters to me. So I ended up being a controversial person. That works. When you are posting things because you see someone else posting them and they tend to be controversial, whether it be in the vaccine industry, in the politics, in politics, it doesn't matter. If it's something controversial and you're sharing it because it had great response in someone else's wall, but that's not who you are, that's going to backfire. That's the wrong way of being controversial. Don't do that. If it's like soul burning, like this is what you want to share, and you are willing to lose your entire following over it, I've had many of those moments. That's a hill you're willing to die on, then die on that hill and share it. Because that's who you are. But don't be controversial because it works for someone else. It works for someone else because it is who they are. It's truly what they care about. I don't care what anybody says about social media. Content creators are the ones that are becoming influencers. People that are putting out great content are the ones that are being noticed, are the ones that are seeing the success while everyone else is struggling, messaging people and doing the whole thing wrong, and their walls are complete advertisements. They don't know how to put out great content because they've never been taught how to, because leaders have been taught a certain way. Therefore, you have been taught a certain way. And until 5 years ago, when I started network marketing, nobody in network marketing was talking about building a business solely on social media. That was such taboo in the network marketing profession to begin with. So I promise you that 99% of your leaders have no idea how to grow a brand online because they've never been able to be top recruiters from a cold market. Until you do that, you cannot teach people how to rock a brand online, how to become top recruiters and reach the cold market. You have never done it. So everything you have that you're teaching is theory until it's proven. I feel like I should have one of those like things that just clicks, like mic drop every time I say something that's like really important. I'm gonna get me one of those. I'm sure they have it on Amazon. It is a full-time job. So Gary Vee said, you either are creating content or you're paying someone to create content for you. Either way, you're spending money. Because when you are creating content, that is time, and time is money. There's nothing more important in this life for me than my time. Because that time is the time that I get to spend with God, that I get to spend with my husband, that I get to spend with my children. So time is money. Become a person of value, and the paycheck follows. Everyone's like worried about the other way around. Like, I want to grow my business and I don't care like if I'm really a person of value or not. If you become a person of value, the money is just going to follow because you are a person who adds value to other people's lives. But if you're not interested in becoming a person of value, it's going to be really difficult for you to hit the 6 and the 7 figures and above because there is no value in you as a human being to give to other people. So, I created a community 5 months ago that teaches people how to become social influencers, whether you're growing a brick and mortar business, whether you're growing an influencer brand, whether you are growing a network marketing business. There's so much content in there that you can pull from, because the number one issue that network marketers have and people that are trying to grow a business online have is that they don't have enough hours in the day to create content. They just don't. They don't even know how to begin to create content, right? This is what I did for 5 years before I retired from network marketing. I created content. I became a content creator. That's why I became a top female recruiter in all of network marketing, worldwide, breaking 4 different companies' recruiting records because I became a content creator. I didn't become like a network marketing mastermind. I became a content creator. Let me tell you something right now. I've never read a network marketing book in my entire life. That's another mic drop right there. Ding. Never read one. Don't care to read one. I've never been to a network marketing seminar in my life. I've never watched a network marketing training in my life. I don't care to, because if I figure out how to rock my brand and how to add value to other people, I don't need any of that. Because a business takes care of itself. So many people are like, oh, you need to read this book and that book and all these other books from network marketers that have done great, and you don't. Girl, you don't. Honey, you don't. Figure your brand out. Figure what your message is. Figure how you're going to reach the cold market through your message. You don't need another. Here's the book that I need. Here's my self-development and my network marketing right here. Holy Scriptures. I have about 7 Bibles on my desk at all times. I kind of overdo it. I know. But the things that I came across are things that no one else was doing because I was buried in this. This is what I was reading every single day. There's no other book on planet Earth that's going to give you marketing strategies like Proverbs. That's just my truth. I will never read a network marketing book. Don't need to. Not saying you don't, that's terrible or don't do it. I'm speaking my truth. Don't need to, don't want to. Showing you can succeed without it. Because it is backwards. It's the other way around. Figure out how to share your message with the masses, and the business takes care of itself, because growing the business is a byproduct of being an influencer, and having a rocking brand and sharing your message with the world is not the other way around. You don't like grow your business and then become an influencer and then become, a person of value that adds value on social media and that has a rocking brand because you shared your network marketing business online. That makes no sense to anybody ever. So do it the other way around. Last night, I'm going to end with this for real this time. You know what I'm saying? So last night I was researching, if we're going to share stuff that is trending online, that has the potential of going viral, and we're trying to create content and status ideas for engagement and to rock this new algorithm setting that we have and all that stuff, is there a place that you can go and just get in real time what's happening right now on the social media platform, what's trending, what has gone viral according to industry, according to topic? So I found it last night, and I shared in my community that I have a mastermind coming in February that I will share what I found and how it's going to benefit you, because this puts an end to what am I going to share online, because this is proven content. This is stuff that is trending. This is stuff that already did exceedingly well. This is what I do in my community day in and day out. I posted that at 11 o'clock at night last night because I've been researching. This is not something that I do because I have to. It became one of my passions, and that's why I did really well on social media and why I continue to do so. So my goal for this year is to grow my Instagram to 1 million followers and to grow my Facebook to 300,000. And the reason it's 300,000 is because it's really difficult to grow your Facebook following if you have a personal profile and you're not paying for ads, because everything is organic growth, right? So 1 million followers on Instagram, I think I can do it. I'm gonna set my mind to it. And all the things that I've done so far to be able to do what I've done and be where I am today, I share in that group, but it's coming from a different place. It's not coming from, I don't lead like everyone else leads. As you can tell, I'm a little bit different. So the stuff that you get in there is the meat of what's happening in the influencer community. I'm listening to Gary Vee stuff, and Gary Vee's up here. People don't even, you cannot even understand what he's talking about in some of his videos if you're not caught up in social media and what's happening in the influencer world, because it won't even make any sense to you. That's the kind of vibe I want. All the time. I want to do stuff that has not been done in the network marketing industry. That's what I lived my life doing. It was oh, everyone else is doing this in network marketing online. I was okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the opposite. I want to do what $1 billion brands are doing.